Well, hi there, this is DBT, and alright, it's time for another Karen Took video. This is not exactly a micro showcase, instead this is gonna be me showing you some gameplay on the background, but at the same time taking the opportunity to talk about Karen Took and what it is and what it isn't. And this comes because, you know, during all this time that I've been uploading these videos, I get a lot of comments and a lot of questions. Some questions very valid, some others that I'm like, wait, what? You know what type of questions I'm talking about with that last one. But anyway, so I've seen a lot of misconception as to what Karen Took is trying to do. I see people asking me, you know, if the mod is gonna come with every single level from Doom Eternal ported into Doom 2, and if it's gonna come with all the music from Doom Eternal, and hey, is it gonna have this, is it gonna have that, a lot of things. I will say right away, this is not me trying to remake Doom Eternal in the Doom 2 engine. That's not what I'm trying to do. So as such, no, I'm not gonna bring the levels from Doom Eternal and all that. I know that there's some people trying to remake the levels. That's a very cool effort, but that's not the objective of this project. The objective of this project is to be a mod for Doom 2, bringing the weapons, mechanics, monsters from Doom Eternal to work in the context of Doom 2 levels. So this means that I gotta do a lot of tweaks for the mod to play like I want it to play. I know that there will be eventually people that will be trying to replicate every single aspect of Doom Eternal into this thing. That's perfectly fine. I just wanted to be really clear that this is not what Karen Took is. Otherwise, I might have just chosen to name it Doom Eternal in Doom 2, you know? And for example, right now seeing the microwave beam, that reminds me somebody getting fairly, I wouldn't say upset, but you know, implying that DBT is too lazy and that's why he brought the lightning gun style of microwave beam instead of the proper one, because he doesn't want to code it. That's not at all what is happening here. What is happening, and I try to make it clear, is that, for example, I don't like the microwave beam in Doom Eternal. I don't find it useful. And yeah, I know that a bunch of people do like it, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, this mod, what I'm doing in this mod is trying to keep the things that I like and tweaking the things that I don't. And of course, the microwave beam, one of those that I don't like too much. Same thing with the weak points. Like a bunch of people, no, if you take away the weak points, you're taking away one of the main attractions of the game. And at the end of the day, I still say the same thing. That's completely fine, because in my opinion and how I like the game to be, it just detracted from what I wanted in the game. So overall, where I'm going with all this pseudo rant is just to try to clarify the fact that people, please don't expect this to be Doom Eternal, like the carbon copy of Doom Eternal, basically. I just want people to understand that this is my interpretation of the game with the changes that I want to have. And yeah, if what you're expecting is the carbon copy of Doom Eternal, you'll have to wait a little longer until somebody develops all that. But yeah, that's not what I'm doing over here, and I wanted to make it really clear, because you know, when I'm trying to do showcase for other things, it's sometimes hard to try to give you all these thoughts that I have, because I'm trying to make the videos, even though I end up making them very long, but I try to make them short and concise about what I want to talk about. But in this case, it's more of a vague idea that I wanted to communicate. So there you go. Sorry if this comes off as a rant, but I just wanted really to make clear that, you know, this mod is my take of Doom Eternal in Doom 2, made to work in Doom 2, not to be a copy of Doom Eternal. So things are gonna be different, things are gonna change, and I think we all should just understand that. Alright, with that out of the way, now let's show you a little bit of something to make this a tiny bit of a showcase. How about that? So the reason why I'm on a gigantically dark, a gigantic room, kind of dark, is not because I'm interested on this wall, but because I want to show you some pickups. Now, of course, we're going to be looking at the sprites, which again, made by Franco, doing a fantastic job of interpreting the pickups of Doom Eternal and making them into 2D sprites for Doom 2. So of course, the sprites are cool, but I also want to show you a tiny bit of an effect that we added, that it's not huge, it doesn't change the gameplay by any means, but it adds that visual flair that I think it's gonna help improve the general feeling of polish on the mod eventually when we get there. So what am I talking about? Of course, the sprites are cool, But what I want to show you is what they look like in this lighting. You know, they look perfectly fine. However, let's start switching a little bit the light level over here. And you can see the light goes all the way up. They look normal, I guess. But as soon as the lights start coming down, you can see that actually not the entire sprite is not shiny, only some parts of the sprites are. And anybody that is familiar with GC Doom or Xanadu, you know these are bright maps, so you're like, yeah, this is not Discovery. We've used this in, for example, in Dead for Soul, we used a lot of bright maps to make things look very nice in the darkness. However, what I want to bring your attention, or want to bring attention to, is not just this, but actually how some other items look like in the darkness. Now over here we have just the health, and kind of like you have seen it in Doom Eternal, the med kit being completely white and all. But I don't know if you remember that in Doom Eternal they do have this little bit of a halo, this strange little color, this additional tone on top of it, that when you see them in certain circumstances, instead of white, they actually look like ever so slightly orange or something like that. Well, you can see right now, full light, they look white, but as soon as the light starts going down, now that's when you see that additional tone. So yeah, this is indeed some special magic, aka bright maps, to make this look different in the dark. Not only it shines certain parts of the sprite, but actually it shines in the appropriate color, which is going to be the same case for the ammunition, following the color of the ammunition in your heads-up display. Of course, bullets being green, you can see that they shine green. Not fully, they're not completely all green, but instead only like the highlights, we would say. You can see, for example, the middle of the sprite is dark over here, but the top it's bright. Same thing with the shells, although these are a bit more difficult to notice because they're already very orange, but as the light goes down you can see that only some parts are highlighted in that orange tone. Same thing over here, notice how the container is silver, but as soon as the light starts going down you can see the color of the ammunition itself. So these are indeed, like I was saying, it's a minor visual effect, but I think it's gonna make it really cool when you see all this actually in gameplay and you enter a dark room and you can see the pickups with these colors. And much like the weapon, you can see it's perfectly normal. As the light goes down, it goes green, because if you remember in Doom Eternal, all the weapons have this very, very bright green thing, this green tone. I didn't want to make it as pronounced as it was in Doom Eternal. Instead, they want to keep the greenness of the weapon pickups, but not as crazy as it is. Again, in full light, you can see it looks normal. It's only the darkness when you can start noticing this type of effects. And we also have the keys, of course. Keys, key cards, not much to show. What I'm actually more interested in showing you is what we chose for the other keys. So yeah, we have the gore keys or gore nest keys. I don't remember what they're called exactly, but here you have it. So these are going to be the replacement for the skull keys, and I think it looks really cool. And like I was saying, here's where you can notice that little effect on the darkness. So again, it's a very, very subtle effect, but trust me, when you're actually playing in really dark sections and you get to notice all this color changes as the light is darker, that's when it starts really looking very cool. So I hope you do like this little detail. And like I said, I'm not showing anything too flashy like monsters or weapons or anything like it, but I just wanted to take this opportunity, this video, to talk about what I talked on the first half. So alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Do leave me your comments. I don't want you to believe that I'm trying to say, hey, stop asking me questions, but I just wanted to mention some of those questions that I think was really important to clarify. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next video, whatever it is. Until then, take care everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.